guys, congratulations on the win. Question for all three of you, but we'll start with Coach. This has been a tough offseason, but what was it like to finally get out there and compete against somebody other than your own team on the mat today?
Oh, man, that's a testament to our administration, the athletic department, just putting our student athletes in a position just to be able to have this opportunity. It was gratifying to kind of give the kids something to finally, be happy about. Not saying they haven't been happy, but it's just, all this work they've put in, with the shutdowns and, not being able to see their colleagues throughout the campus. I think it was awesome just to be able to give UNCP and Brave Nation something to just be feeling good about. So it was fun.
Bryce, how about for you? And you can turn the mic over towards him.
Oh, yeah, man. It felt good finally get back on the mat, showcase my skills so I can still wrestle. Because for me personally, it's been a long time. It's been about a year. So just to be able to strap up and go out there, wear the UNCP, it felt real good. Just go out there and just do my thing. Wrestle with my guys, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I put a lot of work in between last season and this season. I had a lot of things to improve upon this summer and work upon. And I spent all summer and, most of the last spring just working on what I had to work on. And, I think for a lot of guys too, that were doing everything over this offseason, I think those things paid off for sure in this match. And I got to thank the school as well too. I mean, this is the first home event in a long time for the school, and I can't be more grateful. And I know I speak for a lot of the team that we're really, really grateful that we had the opportunity to come out here and compete and show our skills.
Coach, 9 newcomers on this team, and for the Mat 1 matches, 3 newcomers wrestled for you guys. What were you hoping to see from those 3 wrestlers?
Well, just right now, I mean, just being able to have an opportunity to just put the singlet on and just kind of get that first match against someone else out of the way. The great thing is now we have film. Even for these 2 guys, their time wasn't long on the mat, but we have film, and now we can go back to the drawing board. This is where coaching is fun. You can go back and find some pockets that we can improve upon. So we're not just saying do this. And some of those guys, obviously I think there was not a lot of nerves, but we saw some things that we can definitely, harp on over the course of the next 3 weeks before we get back out there.
Down the stretch, Belmont Abbey had the lead in the team score, and then Javon won his bout, and then the guys sitting to your right and left came away with a couple of big falls at the end. What was working for these 2 down the stretch?
Well, super, super proud of both of these guys, just their commitment to improving, their ability to stay focused, their ability to persevere over the course of, COVID and shutdowns. These 2 young men have literally been mat rats over the course of the last 7 months. Obviously, being safe, but still finding opportunities to train, anytime they can. So when those guys stepped on the mat, there was no worry in my mind that they were going to go out there and take care of business, because they've already put the work in this summer, this fall, and obviously the match ended early because it ended early, 7 months ago for them, and there was no surprise from our coaching staff standpoint. And I think both of these guys, can finally realize, what people don't see in the trenches, it's not necessarily a bad thing. We don't need people to see what you're doing for you to know that you're doing the right things, and both of those guys show that today.
Bryce, we'll start with you. Coach just mentioned it. Not a ton of film on YouTube today because both of you had some pretty quick wins, about a minute 45 for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was your approach going into today, and what was working for you?
Well, I mean, like Coach said, we put the work in, I knew we won this match 5 months ago, so just going out there and knowing what I do works. So it's really nothing really much to it. Just go out there and wrestle, and it just so happened to happen like that. I didn't know I was gonna have a first period pin, but I knew I was gonna go out there, wrestle hard, work my stuff, and then just worked like that. Got a first period pin. Helped my team secure the dub. So yeah.
And Ryan, for you, following up Bryce, he gets his pin. You follow up with another pretty quick pin as well. Same question for you. What was your approach coming into today, and why were you so successful out there in the mat?
I mean, first of all, I'm successful because of my teammates. You know, I have guys like Bryce Walker and Marcus Bell and Massimo Sullivan around me to be able to push me every day, and also Coach Colburn to help me on the mat as well. You know, and also before a match, I know I'm confident in my preparation. You know, I've worked hard. I know that I'm the hardest working heavyweight in the country. You know, and I just try and go have fun. You know, before sometimes it would be a job for me, but now I know that this is a sport and I just got to go have fun and compete. This is what I love to do. I love to compete, and I like to get out there and show what I have. You know, because it's a wonderful opportunity to go out there and to compete for the team and the school.
Ryan, I'm curious, you know, you had taken some time off from wrestling to play football. You come in last year and now this year. When you compare today to a year ago, now with another year of wrestling under your belt, how do you feel like you've improved as a wrestler?
You know, I think for me it's been one day at a time, and I've gotten 1% better every day. You know, and again, I attest that to my teammates and the coaching staff. But you know, I had to put on some weight. Work on some conditioning things and get back to where I was, you know, in high school, wrestling in high school, but also improve and be a college wrestler. You know, for some period of time last year, you know, I was just out there being an athlete, and I had to really work on becoming a wrestler and not just a big guy. And so I had to put on some weight. I had to do it the right way, eat, sleep, and recover, lift a lot of weights, and again, every day I was on the mat, you know, basically 6 days a week in the summer, safely, of course. But, you know, I had to prepare like I wanted to win a national title. So, you know, I think my mindset is also a little bit different this year.
Coach, last question for you. You know, the motto this year is running back, looking to defend the conference title, to defend the regional title, and to go further than that. Opening up the season against the runner-up in this region and coming away with a win like this, what does it do for the team and achieving those goals?
I think it just reassures that, you know, these guys, you know, obviously we weren't satisfied with just winning conference and winning regionals, and obviously there was a lot of unfinished business that we hope we can get an opportunity to kind of, you know, put a lid on what those seniors that graduated didn't get an opportunity to do. So it just lets these guys. Our whole motto is kind of, you know, something that just reminds them not to get comfortable. You know, not to rest on our laurels and just, you know, think we're the stuff. You know, we don't want to be the hunted. We want to continue to be the hunter. And the great thing about that is we're in one of the best conferences in the country. And I think going in that conference and trying to repeat that conference title is going to be a test for us, not as a program to see where we're climbing in that top 10, top 4 trophy team, but also, you know, where our ultimate goal is to win a national championship. And we have the core group right here in that gym today with the exception of a couple guys that might not have wrestled in the varsity match. So running back is just something to remind, you know, each guy to mean something different. For Bryce, you know, it's getting back on the mat and being able to, you know, do everything academically to make sure that there's no question. You know, now he's back, and today was just I know it's good for him because it's been 2 years since he strapped on that varsity singlet. For Ryan, he was, you know, 30 seconds away from getting to the national tournament, and I know that's been his driving force. And then just you know, Garrett Hill, you know, losing a match essentially, you know, by you know, in my opinion, what should have been the multiple stall calls. But again, he knows he can't be comfortable, you know, and I think right there, the running back motto, you know, we gotta make sure we don't get comfortable. And I think getting comfortable, you know, creates complacency and then creates laziness. And you know, I'm not happy until we bring a national tournament trophy home, and that's the whole idea behind our running back motto.
Coach, Ryan, Bryce, thanks for your time today. Congrats on the win.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all you guys. Thanks for every guys that watched on the webcast, and safe holidays. And we'll see you guys back January 7th. Go Braves.